Hi everybody, we're back for another recipe from Martelli's restaurant with my world famous veal marsala. This is the ingredients. 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Nope, sorry, that's a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. 1 cup of, I like the baby Bella mushrooms, 1 cup of sliced sweet onion, half a cup of Marsala wine, and this is a half a cup of beef and chicken stock blended together, a little dash of Worcestershire sauce, and some cornstarch because we're going to make a slurry out of to thicken up the sauce once it's ready to go.
So Hunter, we should probably tell everybody that you don't just have to deal with this. You can also, for those non-veal lovers, you can also use chicken.
That's correct. You use chicken or veal. You can even do very thin sliced steak if you'd like to do that. The sauce is very versatile. All right, we'll see you on the other side. We'll do the cooking. Okay, this is going to be a 2-part video because these first ingredients I showed you, that's the sauce. And then we're going to do a separate video with all the ingredients for the veal and how we prep the veal. So now we're going to start with the sauce. First of all, we're going to heat up our stove. The butter in. I like tongs. I like to cook with tongs. Some people like to cook with spoons, whatever. But the olive oil in. Get that out. When that gets melted, the butter gets melted, we're going to throw in the onions and the mushrooms, salt, pepper. That's it. Just get them sauteed really nice, and then we'll move into the sauce piece. Let's get that going. All right, we're back. Onions and mushrooms are nice and sauteed up. Look inside there. It's really good. Now we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients to make the sauce. First thing you want to do is you start off with your Marsala wine. You want to get that to a nice boil to boil off the alcohol. You want the flavor, but not the alcohol. It's all that. It's nice and hot in there. Get a nice little rolling boil before we add the rest.
So a lot of people worry that there's alcohol in something, but if you burn it off, and it's safe for children, grandchildren.
That's right. A lot of times you'll see chefs on thing and they'll put it in a saucepan and then lean it over so it gets a little flame, and you see the flame. They call it flambe, whatever. The idea is that you can't do that with electric stove, so you got to bring it to a nice little boil, and you'll smell when the alcohol goes away. You'll smell it. Now you add to that your chicken and beef stock. Some people do chicken only, some people do beef only. I like a blend of both. That goes in. And a little touch of Worcestershire. Shire, just that. Now you're gonna get that up to a nice high boil, so really good hot little boil going on there. And then we're gonna add into, now that's pretty much it for the sauce. All we're gonna do is stick it up a little bit with a cornstarch slurry. Little cornstarch, cold water, and a bowl. Little whisk. Some people like to do it with their fingers. Whisk either way. But that's where we'll start.
Now, how much cornstarch is that?
Yeah, you may not use it all. You're going to judge it based upon. That's about a half a cup I have there, but you're not going to use it all. You're just going to use it. You're going to put this slurry in here into the sauce until you get it to the right texture that you're looking for. So that's it, a little slurry. You get it to a little slurry like this.
It's going to be watery in texture.
Yes, see that? Watery texture. Almost looks like milk. And then you're going to stir this into your sauce very slowly because it'll thicken quick. And that, my friend, is it. That. I don't know if you can see the texture there. That's it. That's your sauce right there. So that's the sauce. Now we're going to move on to the veal next. Okay, now we're back. We're going to talk about the veal, the ingredients that we're going to need for the veal, and the process of how we're going to use it. First of all, you need I got about a half a cup of flour here, just plain white flour. And we're gonna take that flour, put it on a plate, just like that. We're gonna add to it salt, teaspoon, sorry, salt. Teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of granulated garlic, teaspoon of granulated onion.
That's no salt added in those too, right?
We're gonna use some olive oil when we go do the cooking. In the meantime, I gotta check on the pasta. I got some pasta cooking for the dish. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna take all those spices in that flour. We're just gonna mix it all together. This is gonna be for the veal.
You don't need egg wash or anything on this?
No egg wash, nothing like that. What you want to do is get another batter here. Because we don't want to stack them on each other. This little flake Parmesan cheese is going to be on top of the thing. Once everything's done, we're going to garnish with that because it's delicious. All right, now all we're going to do here is we're going to take our veal, it's patted dry, just stick it in this flour. Get a nice coating on both sides, just like that, nothing more.
What type of veal is that?
This is leg cutlets. Now, we're going to finish up the rest of the veal, then we'll come back for the cook. Now we're up for the cook of the veal. We bread it up. We got a pan on the oven right now, getting nice and hot. We're going to add some olive oil into that. We want that oil to be really hot. This veal is going to cook off really fast, and we're going to get a nice crisp browning with the flour on there.
Now it's important to use olive oil.
Olive oil. Right. You can use whatever oil you like, but if you want it to taste good, you got to use olive oil. Just going to give that a minute to get nice and hot. You'll see it start to ripple and start to move around a little bit. Get a little wisp. Just takes a minute. And this veal, I know people talk about they don't like veal or the way to, but it's delicious. So just put it that way.
Right, but if you don't like that, then
again, we talked about it in the last video. If you can do chicken, you can do really thin steak, any way you like.
Chicken cutlets.
Yes.
Perfect for this as well.
So this is coming up hot. I want this, when we put this in this, it's going to sizzle. It's going to cook off a couple of minutes each side, and it's going to be done. It's starting to move now. I start to see some movement in there. I got a little wisp of smoke. We're ready to go. You always want to lay away from you. You don't want to get splattered and burned. See that rippling going there? Just a couple of minutes aside. You'll notice when it's time to turn, you're going to look inside here, and you're going to get a nice start getting a little golden brown crust on the outside of the veal. That's when you know it's time to flip it. It just takes a minute. Flipperoonie, does it? The flipperoonie does. So this was a very, very popular dish at the restaurant. And you see that with the sauce, how very simple it was. Just a few ingredients, but fresh and fast, just delicious. This is coming up very well right now. I'd say another couple of seconds and we'll flip this over. We're going to do one order just to see how it goes, and then we'll cook off the rest of the veal without you. In the meantime, a little Parmesan cheese is not bad. No. Mm. That's looking good. And this oil and all this seasoning that's on the flour and the juices from the veal, we're going to add sauce to that, sop that all up, and lay it on top. This is ready for a flip. There you go. Take a look at this. See that? That's what you want, that nice brown color right there. So you just, yeah, you could get your pasta. I cooked up some penne. We put some marsala on that, but you could do with red sauce on the pasta. You could put a little side of broccoli, whatever you like. But we always served all of our meals with a side of pasta.
But also our customers and marsala wine sauce is so terrific on the pasta. And we do a lot of broccoli with it.
Okay, that veal is done. We'll take this veal. We'll lay it down like this, right on the plate here. Now into this same pot, we'll take our marsala. We're going to sop up all of those flavors. Just adding that into that sauce. Nice and hot. Pull this veal back just a little bit, because I want some room on the plate. And then this goes all over the veal like that. Delicious. Oh my God. The smell is out of this world. There you go. Now, a little side of pasta with the marsala and flaky Parmesan cheese, imported from Italy, by the way. Delicious. A little on there. And there you have it. Martelli's world famous veal marsala.
Thank the dinner, babe.